Hopefully we'll get a game soon. We do. 1947. Good luck. We've not played before. There's no dead score. 42 games from the opponent, and that's all he's played, so a relatively new account. We'll just play the carrot. Okay, we're gonna get the 2 knights. Okay, we're gonna take. My opponent could be significantly underrated here, of course. I won't know just yet, but not many games on the account. So probably bishop down and pawn up or rook across. Lots of options here. We can just try and get castled. It's quite a rating actually from only a relatively small number of games. Like you start at 1500, I think it is, so he's playing very well. Yeah, bishop down. So I think pawn up is perfectly normal here, although there might be an issue like this later on, but perfectly normal move. I'm just going to simply look to develop and castle. Now watch out for the queen across, which is exactly what he's done. He seems to really know his theory here. Queen up here. So I'm just going to play knight up first. I could bring the knight up this way, or even go here to hit the queen. He might want to fly down the board. Knight here, once I've gone here, I don't want to come back. I can't really move the bishop then. I think I'm actually going to go this way. Use the knight as a blockade to try and castle, or play g6. Yeah, he's playing down there, so he's playing this pretty well, but I think I've got queen up, although queen up threatens 2 pawns, but it allows take, and queen in. Then rook across. Then he can try and guard. It's kind of all known, I think. I do have h6 as a move here to try and get him to kind of like to force the issue. What do I want to do? I'm going to play queen up and stick to my instincts. He can take on here and then still guard the pawns, at least in the short term. Could get very wild, this. Obviously, I do have the option to take with the king as well and leave the bishop here, but then I can't castle. But if I take with a bishop and he takes a pawn, I can't castle anyway, so it's certainly an option to consider. Might be the best move, we'll just have to think about it. Because if I take with a bishop and he grabs on g7, it opens the file should he castle kingside. He has indeed taken, so I'm thinking of taking with the king. And then maybe develop the bishop this way. If I take now, queen takes is sure to be played. I'll play rook across and I'm basically fine, but I'm going to lose another pawn, or we'll do a move like this. And I might not be getting the pawn back. So my instincts are to take with the king here and just develop slowly and manually get castled eventually. He played that very quick actually, didn't he? Very quick. So I think he's prepared for this. I'm just going to play bishop up next if the queen is there, and then bishop to f6. We might play h5 and rook to h6 depending on what he does and how he castles. He might be wondering whether to castle queenside here. It's very dangerous, but he might do that. But kingside seems more logical. It's whether he wants to guard the pawn on b2 first, or go really aggressive and allow the pawn to be taken. Could be a poisoned pawn, of course. He's thinking an awful long time here, actually. Yeah, just played the queen back, so there's actually a choice of 2 pawns. If I take this pawn, he's got rook across and the knight's guarded, so I think I should just take the centre pawn. So his idea might be a move like queen down. So gain a pawn, queen down. I've got no check, and how do I guard this? Bishop up feels wrong, and if he takes here, not so good. So I'm looking at rook across as a logical move here. Maybe just simply g6. But rook across and I'm threatening to take the pawn. So I'm going to go here first to stop this. So I'm still threatening to capture 2 pawns. Oh, he has indeed gone for that queenside castling. So surely I've got to play c5 now, but it might walk into this. So rook across, what does he do? I think I'm going to go g6. I'm taking the pressure off here. I'm going to try and manually castle very slowly, steadily. Does it? I could still bring the bishop this way. It's still an option, but it takes some pressure off the file. Oh, he's gone across there. So okay, I think we'll just play rook over. So bishop is still a perfectly good move. Or feels like it is. I might end up playing a move like queen back and trade the queens, but was he rook across? I guess he just does b3. If I push the c pawn, though, it's vulnerable to a move like knight takes. He can come crashing through. So very risky. Yeah, rook across. I do have actually bishop up here and leave the knight pinned, and I can trade the bishop for knight. That might be perfectly sensible. I don't see me winning this pawn. Bishop here. I assume the queen just drops back, and I don't see me winning the pawn, so I'm actually going to go here and hit the knight. Well, I'll take advantage of the pin. If we can remove the knight, then c5 later becomes a little more playable, but yeah, queen not a move. I'm going to have to take now. I won't get another chance. So here, takes. Queen check and I'll lose the game, so that's no good. So I'm going to play queen back and challenge that queen. I've got to get my king safe somehow. If the queen comes off, I'm perfectly fine coming into the middle of the board. The queen's gone back. So maybe king up and bring the rook across. He has got this sort of idea, hasn't he, though? Not easy. I could spend a move queen here, but then it feels like the queen's completely out of the game. So I'm going to centralize so I can prepare a push. A move like this might happen, but I thought I could just step up here. Bit risky though. Queen back, queen takes, rook across, and his queen is trapped, so that would be nice. He won't blunder that, of course. Obviously the queen has no escape. I shouldn't blunder that, but... See, I want to get this rook into play somehow and get the king basically where the rook is, but do it safely. As soon as I push the f-pawn, then everything's weak. Okay, he's gone back, so... maybe just here. Here and rook across looks sensible, but then this is a target. I don't want to repeat. So here, queen back, and maybe queen forward, and he still can't take the pawn actually, yeah. Let's go here. If back I can go here. Still can't take because of this. Oh, he's played across to hit the pawn now. Okay, so can I play king across? I guess he just goes here. Maybe I can push. I mean, I've got queen across as well. I'm just not getting my rook into play. King here, queen check, and I have to come back, and he takes. Rook across feels wrong. Pawn up feels right, but risky. I'm just going to go stable for now. I might end up having to push this pawn to guard here. If he ends up coming back again. Oh, he has. I think I'm going to look to push then. I might just sack that pawn. No, it's still risky though, very risky. So here, queen across, then I've got king up. Everything's just a bit loose. I'm going to play rook across and pressure this pawn. With a view to going here maybe. He might be able to actually grab that, he doesn't. Oh, I've blundered, have I? I shouldn't have done that, so I've lost the pawn now. I have to drop back. I've lost the pawn. I guess I've got king forward though, and he's going to have to retreat his queen. So at least I can get the rook active now. Yeah, I think he's going to really quicken up now. You can just tell he's a strong player here. Playing all the right moves and playing them all quickly. So we have to come across. Yeah, you can just tell I'm playing a very strong player here. Just the way he's played the game. That's the idea he wants. So I'm just going to go here. He's gone back over. Okay. So how do I get my rook into play? Here, rook across. Here, you can check. It's actually quite difficult, this. So I'm just going to go here now. I can see his idea what he wants, just not sure what I can do about it. Maybe now king across. Let's come over. And now rook across. Okay, he doesn't have a queen check. So rook across is okay. Feels okay anyway. It might not be, but I don't see nothing better. So I want to try and get my queen active somehow. So here, I guess he just comes forward. Queen here, he can force the queen off the board. So I'm going to go here. If forward somehow, I've got a check threat if he comes this way. So he's seen that as well. So Let's just go back. Okay. He's playing all the right moves here. Now, do I run the king round this way? I think I'm going to go forward. Where do I want to be? Here or here? I'm going to go here, create a check threat. Right, so it goes back. So now I've got queen here. And I can hit 2 pawns. That seems like a good move, so I'm going to do that. Get the hand off the mouse so I can't do any accidental mouse slips. Well, I'm 1 pawn down, aren't I? 6 versus 7. Queen's come forward. So he probably wants a check to collect, but I should be safe here. If I check here and grab this one, these are all split, but equally if I take this one, I guard here. So take, check, up. He might just go for repetition, which I don't really want. So I'm going to go here and maybe take. Oh, that's a check. Okay, so I can check again and then collect, right? I can collect another. Now I can collect another, or I can check again. Do I need his king further out? Maybe. Okay, well now I can go here, can't I? If I can get the queen off now, I'm definitely better. It's whether I can get a triangulation to get the queen off safely. So if I could check here, that would be really good. I can check there. Not sure where else. Obviously, I've got king here if I need it. I don't see it. I'm just going to drop back for now and see where his queen's going to go. Actually, what's wrong with pushing a pawn? I think I can run my pawn up the board. That pawn doesn't matter. Threaten a check. Oh, I blundered a pawn there actually. I shouldn't have done that. That's another one, isn't it? All I can take here. Ooh, yeah, he might have some sort of checkmate with the pawns there, but let's go here. He's out of time now, so we might get a win. Really tough game, but we got a win. Excellent.